Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. It is time to speak on it, speak on it, speak
Well,
on
I
it.
can't speak on it until I find you here.
Why you can't
Can you
then
tag? Can you tag me?
I can tag you. Tag your it.
Oh, you did it that fast? Oh, you did it that fast?
Tag. Oh, wait. While we live and everything, did were you able to? Cause I opened the thing where you could do your link thing, something you
Hold
know.
on. Don't you hear your voice? I'm sorry. No, I had him on my phone too loud. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Oh,
sweetie.
I did the thing like when you come in. Were you able to add your link to the thing to?
I haven't done any. I haven't had time. I got
Oh,
600 jobs. You know that?
602,
I got
602,
602 jobs. I got to
602. Good
Charlie.
evening, everybody. Hey, y'all.
Hey there. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
we look, we're a little bit late behind, but guess what?
All right.
We own the show, so we can open the door when we want to. We glad y'all here. We are glad y'all here. Welcome to Monday's edition. Well, Monday's the only edition, ain't it? I don't know why I keep thinking
Oh Lord.
there is
What's
not
wrong
another
with you,
edition
boy?
to speak on it. It's your boy, the Louisiana country boy, and my favorite. There I go again. I ain't got but one co-host.
I'm still your favorite.
My favorite co-host, my only co-host, the Little Diva. Hi,
Hey
hi,
there.
Little
Hey,
Diva.
everybody. What's going on?
Hi, happy post Sunday. Is it pre is before, post is after? Oh yeah, happy post.
So, Donnie Lou. Oh, yeah. Happy Easter, y'all.
Happy
That's what you
post
trying to say.
Easter.
Happy
Post,
post Easter,
yeah.
after Easter day. Happy,
Yeah.
happy. We hope you enjoyed your day. I was working at one of my 600 jobs, but I'm finna give up my jobs. It's too many. I got to get. Well, tax season is almost over. It's over on the 18th. If y'all ain't filed your tax, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Tell him.
Y'all don't.
Wait, tell us.
Tax day is April. It used to be April the 15th every year. I don't know what's happening. There's some holiday this weekend, Emancipation. I don't know. It's a holiday this weekend. So next weekend. So they moved tax day to the 18th this year. But anyway, it's between the 15th and the 18th. Why, if you're gonna file your taxes late, don't be fussing at us and calling us the next 2-3 days looking for your taxes. It is what? What's today? 10th.
The 10.
A lady called me. They going off because she submitted her taxes on Friday. Girl, we got other people that was there before you. Sit down.
They ain't
Sat
came.
down.
They don't come back that fast.
Taxes don't. If you go pay them money, now H&R Block is done with that. It's too late for doing overnight stuff.
Oh.
Do your tax. You can start doing your taxes literally as soon as you get January 31st. Your things are postmarked.
Hey,
What now? I understand people wait because they know they have to pay. Get that, fine, but get it out the way. Do a payment plan so you don't have to pay it all at once. Unless you're rich and you just gonna pay it.
well,
But,
you know what's gonna happen next year, right?
mm-mm.
Well, when we move to digital currency, when we move to digital currency, y'all ain't got to worry about it because it's gonna be boom, 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 boom,
Who
boom.
said we moving to digital currency?
We gonna move to digital because I done had a talk with some folks. We moving.
Oh,
It's yeah, we finna be on it, and y'all don't be scared. Just come on with it.
you
But
and
now look,
your
look,
conspiracy theory friends, probably.
look. Now the old country boy will tell y'all this. Okay, if y'all got wads of money, dollar bills that y'all want to just get rid of because you're moving to digital currency, just bring them to the old country boy. I'll take them.
Let me finish my story about these taxes. I'm really being serious though.
Okay,
File
go ahead.
your taxes, y'all, April 18th. And remember, don't wait until April 18th talking about an extension because you still have to do your taxes to file the extension because they need to know what you owe. So you need to get your taxes done. And if you're just now doing your taxes, be calm, be patient. You'll get more out of us. We'll be nicer to you. If you're nice to me, I have to tell them all the time, look here, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, because this lady told me, let me tell you what she told me, country boy. She was an older lady, and our office have several seasoned saints.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was I won't say that, but she was, okay. We have a diverse group of people. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay.
She was on the phone, all grouchy and stuff, and I still was trying to be nice to her. And she said she wanted to change her appointment. So I'm in the computer trying to, ma'am, you need to be a better customer service person and get off the computer. Well, what am I doing with man? I said, ma'am, I have to go on the computer to move the appointment because that's what it is. Well, my dogs are getting irritated in the background right now, and I'm gonna need you to hurry up. Now you know I was holding it. I was holding it. She's an older woman. I'm trying to be respectful. I said, ma'am,
Oh
I'm
shit.
going to uh reschedule you. I have to be in the computer. I have to ask you questions in order to do so. Well, I don't know what you're doing. You need to be a better customer service person. You need to be a better I said, ma'am, if you want me to, because by then I'm done now. If you want me to be respectful of you, I'm gonna need you to be respectful of me for us
Oh
to finish
Lord.
this call. She's still bumping. Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna disconnect the call and I'm gonna reschedule your appointment to the day that she had free. Mind you, not what you said. I'm
Oh
gonna
Lord.
reschedule you to what she had free. Got off the phone, and I'm telling y'all something about me. I know who I am. So I tell on myself. He texts my boss and said, "Look here, this is what happened. This is what I did." And yes, I hung up in her face because she's not this. I got to get my sister to make me this shirt that says, "You are not gonna talk to me any kind of way."
Oh my God. Now that is too
Country
funny.
boy,
That
why
is
they trying to talk to me any kind of way?
well see, that's okay.
I'm getting too old for that.
No, see, no, what happens is they can talk to you that way. You just learning how to handle it.
No, I knew how to handle it before I got older, but as I got older, I have really low, and I'm serious. I am dead serious. And if it wasn't for you, I'd say dead a serious. I am dead serious that my tolerance level, I talked to you about the
Well,
stuff that going at work. My
yeah,
tolerance level for the disrespect, it just ain't there no more. Because, and I think it's because of things that have happened in the past. I
right.
think because I've been trying to figure out why is my tolerance level so low? Why am I not? Don't talk to me any kind of way.
No,
And I
no, no. And that's
think
that's
the things
that's
that have
that that
happened
is that's
being
how that works though. I can get that part. When I say that is you learn how to, and there are certain things as you get older, you're like, hold up, you know what? We ain't even, this grass been trampled on enough. Right now, you ain't even finna do it. Like what was that movie? Friday. Can y'all please stay off the grass? You know
Mhm.
that.
Well, I tell you what, in all my life, I've been a very good customer service person. I would, if someone asked me what my rating was, I'd give myself a complete 10, above excellent, whatever.
Right.
Um, but now I would probably grade myself a little because I think I'm still great. I think I'm awesome customer service because I want to make sure my customers are good, whatever job I'm working on.
Right.
However, if you're gonna talk to me any kind of way, I ain't finna do it.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't have the tolerance for you to talk to me. And then I've had a younger boss, and she was sat across the table from me and was doing this number at me. This some years ago. I'm gonna tell y'all that's probably when my tolerance level got low because all I can see is my child because she my child age
Right.
doing this to me. Who, ma'am? Who? I politely got up and walked out her office. And yes, I'm guilty. I slammed the door because I was done. I was over. And I went
Right.
home. I was done with
Wow.
that day because it was like, y'all not gonna continue to talk to me that way. Hi, Bernice. Thanks for watching again. It says, when you get to be 50 plus, you cannot tolerate foolishness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Now
yeah.
tell
I
me.
mean, I'm with that. I'm not disagreeing. I had an incident um not too long ago on the same thing. I totally believe, and a lot of people got away from it, and you as well know about it because you love it too. Customer service. I tell people all the time, don't y'all understand why these companies are going to this computer stuff is because customer service sucked for so long. Excuse my French, but it was so terrible because people didn't know how to give and offer customer service. When I came up through the industry, that was one of the things that you had classes on customer service. They taught you about how to be, customer service. That if the people wasn't walking through the door, then you didn't need a job. Now, do people understand? The fact is, if you're not nice to people, they don't have to come there. I had one of those incidents But mine was a little bit different. I had guy needed some stuff, and there were some issues with getting it. I had communicated back and forth, but he just was not happy. Um, now here's what happened to me and how it what it did to me is because my supervisor, so the guy ended up calling the supervisor, which I don't care because I know that I went above and beyond. So there ain't nothing, I'm gonna tell you the truth, just like you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened here, and here. Um, and he was upset. And I understand in business, you'd be like, hey, we'll take care of it. And well, the guy made a comment.
Mm.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And I think everybody, it was three of us sitting in that room, and the customer was on the phone when he made the comment. And I'm sure everybody in that room saw my whole expression. The country boy is pretty, but it all changed. And it wasn't that I lost respect for the guy because I don't know the guy. You know who I lost respect for?
Ooh.
The supervisors. You know why? Because
Wow.
they didn't stand and say, "Oh, wait a minute,"
Yeah. Yeah.
wait a minute. You can. We already said we were going to take care of it, and we were going to refund you, and you going to all this, but to now take a personal attack on our employee,
Exactly.
and then for them not to stand. Look, that guy may come once a year. He may come twice a year. He may come six times a year. But guess what? I'm there 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so at that point, it was like,
Well, my question to that is, yes, I think your boss should have definitely had your back. Wait, we're not supposed to do that. We're not gonna do that. Because I would have probably been looking at him was what do I need to say something? But so, but on when you say that you didn't that your respect for the guy hadn't didn't go away because you don't know
mm.
him. You don't have to know people.
Well, no, when I say respect for him, he hadn't gained it,
Mm-hmm.
so he didn't gain
Oh,
anything or
okay.
lose
Gotcha.
anything.
Gotcha.
That's what
Gotcha.
I'm saying. He
I
didn't
was
move
like,
no further. He was still at the same level he was
oh,
before
okay.
he even called. He was same level.
Same level. I don't know you. I don't know you. You
Yeah.
don't even matter. You don't even matter, boy.
He was on ground zero, so he stayed at ground zero. But it was just that, and I say this too, and that goes to a lot, and I don't even know what our topic is, but that
You
goes
don't
to
have
this,
one.
that goes to people when you're even with friends. If you allow somebody to disrespect your friend, can you see
That
why
part.
people lose? Because what is that thing that they say? Tell me I want the person. I want my friend. My friend is the person that will defend me when I'm not in the
When
room.
I'm not in the room.
That's the one.
That's what we're missing.
That's the one.
That
It's
is
when
what we're
I ain't
missing.
even there. They got my back even when I'm not
Right.
there. And we don't have that. We don't have that. And that's the thing. Minister, I'm so glad you here. um,
Hello, minister.
that is the thing that and you often say the same thing. You know what you say?
What I say?
Why they feel so comfortable talking to you?
Why they feel so comfortable talking about me to you? And I give this example all the time to people because I think it's the only time I've heard it done. But I'll never forget a friend of mine, her name is Shelly. Shelly was in a nail shop, and it's been some years ago. It used to be a club called Club Divas that we used to go to back in the
Hmm.
day. And they would always say I'm in there like furniture. But I mean, we were like family, like we just hung together. And a
Yeah.
lot of us still know each other. Matter of fact, that's where I know Bernice from. But she was in a nail shop one day, and this girl was in there talking about this particular venue. And the girl, so Shelly, knowing that I go there a lot, said, "Oh, you probably know my friend Trina. You know, little Trina." When I was little Trina. And she said, "Oh, I know her. She don't like me. She don't talk to me." And what Shelly said to her was, "That's a little Trina that talked to everybody, Trina that never
Right.
stops talking to everybody." that never met a stranger, and she's like, yeah, she don't talk to me. She don't like me. And so, oh, you must have did something because Trina don't do. She don't just stop talking to you. She don't just
Right.
not talk to people. That's just her. And when she told me, I was like, oh, that's all I be asking people to say. That's all. And you don't necessarily have to. Yes, you do. I do think that. What is that thing we've been saying? My experience is not your experience.
Right. 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 Right.
Say that at least.
Yes.
At least say something. You know, I haven't had that experience with Trino. I haven't had
Right.
that experience with Donnie. Maybe something. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
and that's so true. And you know, and I try to be that way is across the board, honestly and
Mm-hmm.
openly. You know, it's those that and again, people gonna be who they're gonna be.
Gonna be
You
who gonna
know, and
be.
and we I was listening to something actually. You know, me and my big mouth always comment on something, talking about something.
Mm-hmm.
There was some people talking about some things, but see, what I've learned is this: is what we glean from is our personal experience
Mm-hmm.
and the knowledge that of what others have poured into us. That's
Mm-hmm.
all we can gain. We can't. Where do you gain your opinion from? Why do you have that opinion? Either from your personal experience
Yeah.
or what someone else has poured in. Here is the thing that I say about that. Once you get that, don't just close off and think you know it all. Because guess what? You can still learn. That's what gets me when people, well, I don't want to get to know them because why? So you gonna go on this, and this. Well, they say it. Who is they?
Yeah, yeah.
They've been around for a long time.
I used to give this presentation. I used to do presentations for high school, well, middle school and high school. So I would do presentations, and we would have that conversation about, we'd be talking about college, going to college, and I
Yeah.
would tell them, you gotta ask the people who know the questions. You can't ask your friends. Because
Right.
when we ask you certain things, and you say, "Oh, well, no," because they said. I said they said, them said, all them people, they cannot be made accountable for what they said.
Right.
So you can't listen to them. You have, and I'm saying that to say that people always say, "Well, they said, well, who are they? Who are these people that's telling you stuff?"
You know, I have to. What you call that thing when you go backwards? Digress. I gotta digress. I can't. I be trying to remember these big old words. You know, I've been trying to become a student of the.
Whatever, country boy,
Look,
professor,
when you was talking about
country boy.
when you was talking about the nail shop, right?
Uh-huh.
About what happened. You know that was a song.
A song
There's a
about the nail
song.
shop.
Uh-huh. The beauty shop is putting our business out in the streets.
You just made that up.
I'm telling you, I thought about that. the,
What?
the premises of the song was that there was this man that was messing around on his wife, right? His wife goes to the beauty shop, okay? While she's there in the beauty shop, some people are there in the beauty shop talking about what's going on in their house. So she go back home and tell her husband, the beauty shop is putting our business out in the street.
Ooh, that's what
you know,
that's what the beauty shop and the barber shop. That's what they do. I don't do it at the nail shop because you're not communicating very well. But
but, but yeah, I thought when you were saying that, I was like, there's a song about that. It happens.
no.
But you know,
But I
that's
remember, I keep that in mind all the time because just like what you said, it takes people to be able to be stronger, to not be, I call them bandwagon riders.
yes,
Those people who they don't even have no reason to not like you or to like whatever. They just jump on this bandwagon with everybody because they want to be a part of that. Now, this is just my Trina's truth.
right,
They want to be a part of something in a group so bad that they would grasp on to whatever somebody says, um, and that bothers me. I've always, and I get flack for it, but that's why I speak out. I speak on it.
right.
If someone tells me about someone, I don't immediately stop talking to that person. I don't stop speaking. I just put it in the back of my head.
Oh
I
Jesus,
just put it on back
I,
there and move on with life with these people and having fun. But if those things start coming, then I reach in my little
right,
drawer and say, "Okay, I see
right.
you." But for the most part, I will be honest with you. Some of the people that say those things about people, that's their experience, and that's what I had to
Their
learn.
experience.
Even people that I don't deal with, a lot of my friends party last night. A lot of my friends really like some people that I think are evil. I think they're evil, evil, and more evil, but they want to be a part of this person's life so bad. I don't know why. That they allow them to do those things.
Right.
So I don't go. So when people say anything about this particular person, I don't not okay. Let me be true, honest. Let me be transparent now. I don't tell them anything about this person, but I do think self-consciously my face does things. I'm sure it does,
Yeah.
but I don't tell them, "Hey, I'm fool with him." I just don't say anything.
Right. Well, you
I,
know what? Here's the thing.
mm-hmm.
And I'm the same way. I don't not. Well, yeah, I do. Let me say that. I don't know how to fake. Should I say that? I don't know
That's a
how to
good
come
one.
in if I don't deal. That's kind of like the thing I'm telling you about. Like my experience that happened.
Mm-hmm.
That person, he
Mm-hmm.
knows because it used to be, hey,
Yeah.
because I don't when I don't when I don't have time. Life is too short to try to shake, fake, blah 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 blah. If
Mm-hmm.
if 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 you shady, you shady. I'm gonna just put my glasses on and keep moving. That's fine. Um, but I'm not that one where I'm not finna hee haw with you. Not because of what you did to somebody else. And it ain't about what you did to somebody
Exactly.
else, what you did to them folks over there. I have had folks, and probably will have some more, and that's okay too. Cause
Mm-hmm.
guess what? I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't for everybody, and I'm okay with that.
We
But
are not for everybody, and it is okay.
I've had folks that no, they didn't. I was going to say something that was incorrect. I was going to say I had folks that were there and then turned their back. But what they actually did was showed who they really were from the beginning.
Discernment.
That's all it was, And if anybody's had, I'm sure you've had them people that I don't care if you was dating somebody or you was
Mm-hmm.
married to somebody or you was hanging with somebody, y'all was best friends, and something happened between y'all, but then all of a sudden everybody else that used to be around now they like now they have a problem with you because this person have a problem with
Mm,
you, and you looking like I ain't never done nothing to you.
right.
Now you don't know what went on behind closed doors with me and them because
Mm-hmm.
I ain't the one gonna come out here and tell you.
Exactly.
I'm not finna put Dales in the street. Now whatever they may be putting in the street, but like Mama say, there's
Which
always
is
three sides to a story.
which is what I was gonna say too, is that it brings always brings that back to me that you don't think that if you know somebody, they pretty much a decent, cool, pretty person. Because I'm a cool chick until you do something to me. I'm
Right.
telling you, I have never had a fight in my life.
I
Wouldn't even
believe
know how to put up my dukes. I mean, I put them up, but they feel funny. So I'm just saying, so I don't do that.
right.
But this mouth of mine tries to, it's my defense mechanism. So I get to hear, oh, Trina's snippy. I wasn't snippy until you said something that hurt my feelings or you did something. But anyway, you said something that I was trying to speak on was that I haven't done, I always feel like sometimes like, what was I, people, when you were talking about how people don't like you, they don't really know why, or you haven't
Mhm.
done anything, or so they stop liking you because someone else did. You don't. My experience is not your experience, and so I would always feel like, why do I get to see the ugly side of these people and nobody else got to see it?
Right.
I always wonder that, like this particular guy. Well, now let me try to tell that because they see the ugliness. I've stood there and they've seen the ugliness and say, "Oh, that's just how he is." That is the most toxic phrase in the world.
Yeah.
That's just how they are. So they're a murderer. That's just how they are. They steal. That's just how they are. You know, but I think I posted that one day and said, when you pray for discernment,
hmm
man, you better be ready. Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this year I read that book I told you about. I forgot what it's called, but it was about discernment.
Right.
It was something I didn't have. It was something I didn't have. I've
Well,
never prayed
you had
about,
it. You had
huh?
it. You had it. What it is that you have. We all have it.
I don't
And I
think we
think what
do.
happens
There's no such thing
is
as
the
not
more,
having discernment.
but what you it becomes refined. It,
No, I think you cannot have discernment at first if you don't know, if you just, but you get it.
Right.
You get it. You don't have. You may not. I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna just tell you, I didn't have it. But reading this book, and the book talks. This book it's scripture based, and it talked about how to get discernment. I didn't have it. I thought everybody was. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should, but that's just, to me, that's fair to give everybody the benefit of the doubt till they show you,
Right.
But when I read and prayed on it, and these ain't people that's coming out the woodworks. These are people that I've known for
Right.
my own cousin. I had no idea my cousin hated me.
Right.
So discernment, I prayed for it, and he showing me. I ain't gonna talk about the man that looked at my refrigerator because I ain't gonna say that that's discernment. I miss him, but and I'm just saying that it's something to. And I even said, and this is just real transparent. I even told you when you came into my life as a friend, I prayed like, I hope this man is really my friend. Like, I hope I can trust him because he seems too good to be true, as a true friend that you can lean on, that's supporting you. And you've been all of that, a really good friend. And by the way, somebody said, ask us, were we together? They stopped. You famous. I was somewhere last night and somebody stopped me and said, are you Trina? Trina.
See?
Which I'm thinking, yeah, everybody know me, but I'm just joking. But anyway, I said, so, Louisiana, I think country. I said, Louisiana country boy, Donnie Lewis, that's my friend. And she said, someone, and I think she said at church, but somebody told her about you and your videos. So they told her to go look at your videos. Well, she said, and then I'm looking, and there you come. I said, oh, that's Donnie. Donnie's a good friend, man. She says, oh, so y'all not together? No, we just met one time. But no, we friends. And I think she said,
tell them we together every Monday.
No, and she didn't say that though. She didn't. So that's not what she said. What she actually said was, "Do y'all? So y'all dating? Are y'all together?" That's what she said. She used. So I knew what you were talking about. So I couldn't. But I said, no, we're really good friends. Like I said, and we decided to do a show together. And I said, because we have some of the same similarities, then we have some opposites that make our show powerful. Then she says, yes, y'all are so good. I said, well, make sure you go keep on watching Country Boy, but also go and check our chat with you. But anyway, so you got me out here in the streets getting popular. I'm just,
hey, look, no. Look,
I told you I can hook you up.
No. No. Look,
I actually thought that's where that conversation was going to go.
Now tell her to join us on
okay.
Monday. Tell her to join us on Monday. We'll be right here. Tune in.
You just see the country boy all by yourself.
That's
but
right.
Anyway, in all seriousness, though, so it's something that has been good for me. It's been hurtful to find out about people. You know that. I'm sure you've had, well, just like what you just said, people that you trusted. You've even given information or information and talked about yourself, said private things to people, and they took those things and put it against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like you said,
that is very hurtful.
It's very hurtful.
And I'm not one. That's one of the reasons I thank God that He's allowed me to grow to the point to where I can open up the closet and everybody can see what's in. Because I think it was those things. It was the people that you share intimate stuff with and that you share stuff with, and then they turn around and they use it against you.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this: they show who they really are, because there's things that I personally and I look, I put it on this right here because I'm in the ministry. I can't be divulging nobody's information because I am a licensed counselor. I can't be divulging people's stuff.
That part,
because I'm certified. So I tell somebody I'll be stripped. But
you wouldn't do it either.
I wouldn't do it either way. I wouldn't do it because that's not who I am. Mm-hmm. There are some things that people have shared with me, and unless you're going to be a harm to yourself or someone else,
right?
I'm taking it with me to my grave. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm taking it with me to my grave.
But also, you would never. What I think sucks the most is that when people use it in an argument. or
Yeah,
disagreement.
yeah. See, you know
That's
what? And
horrible.
that is when you can't. Well,
That's
you know
low.
what? Let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do. And when I have them things come, I laugh because
Mhm.
you know what I laugh and I say you couldn't find nothing else, huh?
You have to dig in that. You have to dig in that chest.
Couldn't find nothing, huh?
I
Okay,
like that. I'm gonna
couldn't
remember
find
that.
nothing.
Oh,
And
that's what you're gonna do. That's where you have to go.
that's all you
Mm,
got. That's all you got. You know,
I
and
like
but
that.
that's sad. The what is that song? The same things that will make you laugh will make you cry.
Mm,
You know, and that's the things. You know, when honestly, with and I it hurts my heart to know like sometimes that's where this society is. Why people are so shut off and disconnected. It's
mm-hmm,
because someone at some point has hurt them.
mm,
Someone at some point has turned against them. So they haven't gotten to the point, and the things that you said about discernment, they haven't gotten to the point where they understand everybody's not out to get you.
yeah, I agree.
And it's that and I understand that that's a road. As I often talk about crosses, that's a cross to bear
Definitely.
because when you think like I've always got to have my guard up, that's got to be
It's
very
hard.
stressful.
I'm that person. I actually was thinking last night to myself. I won't go too deep into it, but I think that because of things I've experienced, and I was just really driving and thinking about this last night, that I feel like now I am sabotaging
Mm,
things
come on.
so that I don't get hurt.
Come on, say that one more time. Cause you know what? I'm gonna tell you what you just said. Just, just, just peel back the ears for somebody else. That right there.
Mhm.
Wow.
I think I am, and seriously, I was driving. I do my best thinking when I'm driving, but I was driving, thinking about some incidents, including the refrigerator issue. And I'm really serious. I think I find things wrong with people who may be interested in me or may want to be a friend to me. And as I'm driving and thinking about it, some of the silly things that I'd be like, that's all right. Go back, do not pass go, you not get your $200. Um, I think that's what it is. I think I am trying so hard to avoid being hurt again or being disappointed again.
Yes. Yes.
So I come up with things that's some, but it's a little thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I be making it a big thing, and I just shut it down. Okay, I'm done. I'm moving on to the next. You know.
Well, see,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't call it a little thing. It's your thing. It's your thing. It's kind of like that's your panic button.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, if y'all sitting up here and maybe listening, maybe
Being nosy,
don't lie and act like you ain't got a panic button. Okay, we all got a
we all
panic
got
button.
one.
We all have a panic button.
Hmm.
The thing is that sometimes with growth and learning and understanding, what you do is you don't push it as fast as you used to.
Hmm. Hmm.
You don't push it every occasion when see, I feel you so much because been there, will be there, will come out and we'll go back into the simple fact that we are so vulnerable. We look and we pretend to be tough, we pretend to be a lot of things,
All day
but what
long,
we are doing is protecting. It ain't our money, it ain't our house, it ain't our car, it ain't our
but it's
fancy
my heart.
job. It is the most precious thing we have. It's that thing that's inside,
Yeah.
that heart, that feelings. Because when it starts, when some, why do y'all think it hurts so much? You be feeling it. I done felt it all up in here. You back in the day, you be snooting and
Your
snoggling.
stomach.
All of it be hurting because they just y'all might say y'all might not have had that if you ain't keep living.
Thank you, Bernice. You can't do that because you'll miss your blessing. You're absolutely right. So have you ever heard them say that when you're driving the car and you don't have any music on or anything on, and things like that come to you, that it's the Holy Spirit?
Mm.
Have you ever heard that before?
I know. I don't know. I don't listen to nothing but the Holy Spirit. Look, I don't even listen to the
No, I'm
radio.
just saying, like,
Yes.
there's no, because I drive with the radio or I'm listening to my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I believe Pastor Leroy Lacy, I believe that's what he said one day. I'm not sure, so don't quote, but I believe that it was him that talked about that. Sometimes when you driving and you don't want to hear no noise, and you're not really conscious of it.
Right.
But you turn down the radio, I don't have that podcast on. And last night was one of those moments. I was just driving, and that's what I just started thinking. So anyway, I was just asking you, had you ever heard someone say that before? That
No, I don't. I years ago, I used to drive for a company I worked for. I used to drive all around the country. Okay, and I never listened to the radio. I called it. You know what? When I got done with that job, you know what I said? I done solved all the problems of the world. Because just that's what all I was doing was just driving, and just meditating.
But you
and
didn't like
thinking.
overthink or anything, because I'll get to overthinking stuff.
Well, I was overthinking some stuff, boy. Some stuff came
I
out like, woo!
But
you know what?
Uh-huh.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know, folks might get mad, but don't worry. If you get mad, that's all right. Keep strolling. A lot of times, people like the noise because they don't want. With the radios and the TVs at night and all of that stuff. People want the noise because they don't want that time.
Mm-mm.
They don't want that time. See, when you get that time,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, when you cut all that off, when you get to, I came up in the country, you cut everything off, you get to hear the house crickling. And
I want to hear that for sure.
But I'm just saying, I ain't talking about the house crickling, but
but you're somebody that don't even like TV.
I don't.
I mean, we got documentaries on TV that are really good, informational, that we need to know. We have to know. We got to know about stuff. You got to know. And then I am into, and I think I've shared that. I love to know about, which is one of the reasons I started my show. I like to know about people first of all. I want to know what made their minds think about this. Why did they? So I like documentary. My podcast, love. Those are also things that you can meditate to, if you will. They're very motivational, inspirational. So it's not. Now you are being truthful. Because at one time, I didn't like to sit here just by myself, but I would go somewhere. But sit in my house with my little TV on, I gotta watch my 10 o'clock news. I told somebody yesterday, I said, yeah, even my co-host, he know. Well, it's gonna be 10. I might call it to after 10, or Donnie, I gotta go. You making me miss the news. So I've got to see the news. I've got to see, because I need to know if a killer is out there. I'm gonna need to know where he at, like where y'all missing in that from. If they bring out the prison, I need to know that he around here somewhere so I can be where I'm supposed to be.
But you know what I do. I hear about you talk about the document and learning people. I told you, you know how I am. I go to a place and I might as well break out the book because I'm studying everything and I'm studying people and I'm but that's just me. That's just me.
But you can study the wrong thing. People think because I'm out, when they approach me, whatever, they be thinking they'll approach me, and then when we have a real conversation, they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're out a lot, but I didn't know this was you." Yeah, because you studying me in the club while I'm dancing or working at the door, and that's not who I am. I'm just here because I like socializing, I like talking, and I love to dance, and I love live music. But I ain't in here looking for. I definitely ain't looking for y'all. So just friends. I ain't not. That ain't where I'm gonna look for you at. Now that's new. I realize I can't find you now. I'm gonna start going back to Walmart.
No.
Go back to Walmart.
Well, hey, that's it. Hey, them late. I guess they ain't open no more. Them late night strolls through Walmart. Oh my goodness.
If I did that. I want to read something to you that I saw, because we're kind of goes into friendships, but we talk a lot about mental health. I saw this that a friend posted on Facebook, and I think you believe in this. I don't as much, but let me just read. It says, at some point, you have to be responsible for your own healing. You may never get that apology, and the person who wronged you may never change. You have to decide that you want to heal and no longer be a hostage to that pain. You can't be a grown-up and still blaming what your mom, dad, grandmama, uncle, and bully in the third grade did at the corner store, or whoever or whoever for the reason why you're still suffering. It's on you, baby. You got to do that work. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's affecting you, but those people can't and won't heal you. Healing is an inside job. What do you think about that?
Um, yeah,
Do you
I
think
think
that's,
that
go ahead?
that's I think that's pretty accurate. I've heard, and I also did a message,
Mm-hmm.
and the message was take me to the spot.
Mm.
See, the spot is that place. See, I don't know if I've shared this before, but that place, when you're able to go back to the place, that place of hurt, that place that bully in the third grade, because that's where that spot is. See, that's where your emotional self got scarred. So what's happened since that emotional self got scarred is you put stuff over it, but you never allowed that emotional thing back in the third grade to heal. Um, the spot is maybe, and I heard a message. It's kind of like maybe when you were growing up and you were a kid and you were expecting daddy to come to get you for the weekend, but daddy didn't show up when you were 9 years old. So now you have this abandonment and you can't connect with anybody, or anytime you think that, kind of like me, I spent my life going in relationships thinking not, oh, this is going to be forever, but mine was, how long is this going to last? Because for me it was all about the things and people. I had become so scarred because I believed that everybody would eventually leave. I don't mean if it could have been by death, it could have
Mm-hmm.
been by breakup, but
Mm-hmm.
eventually my mind was set that everybody eventually is going to leave. So no matter who came along,
You
how
thought
long you going to
eventually
be?
they were going to roll up. I think, again, in me having this deep thought process last night, and I was actually gonna call you, but I was too close to where I was going, and I was like, because I'm at the I'm tired of throwing. He probably gonna say, "Why did she call me?" and just chuck me off the phone in the middle of a conversation. So I tried, I made it through by myself. But in all seriousness, I was thinking regarding that too. I think there are lots of issues. You can have so many issues. So when I read that, I'm not gonna say that I was offended
Hmm.
because now that I read it back to you, I hear it a little bit differently. But at the time I read it, I knew I wanted to read it on the show tonight so I could hear the opinion about it. I think several things could be different. I think several things about that. One, everybody don't heal. Your experience is not my
Right,
experience. Everybody doesn't heal as fast.
right,
Everybody can't heal themselves. Yes, there is work, but sometimes you have to get outside help to get the
yes,
work. Me
yes,
personally, there are things coming up in my mind like daily that I've never told. I haven't even shared with you. I haven't shared with anybody this thing that keeps coming up in my head that I say, "Oh Lord, I got to call the counselor because where did this come from?" But things that have happened in my past
right,
when I was a little girl, and nothing bad. I ain't never been molested or anything like that, but just things with my
right,
parents like that. And so where these thoughts are coming from all of a sudden, I don't know, the memories of some things that happened that weren't good. um those things sometimes don't come up until later in life.
right.
So and then I so we can't always just say, and then again, everybody just can't heal themselves. Now I
No,
want
no,
us to
no.
be careful how we say certain things, because I
Right.
always go back to the guy that passed away, the dancer that died. He
Hmm.
all grinning and going on, having a good time, dancing with his wife, having a fun time, making us all laugh and be happy during COVID. He killed himself.
Right.
He probably thought he didn't have anybody to go to.
Yep.
Someone probably have said those things as a man. You can't be having them problems. You a man, suck it up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Women could be out there and be wanting to talk. They need somebody, but their friends say things like, "Everybody get depressed sometime."
right.
So you'd be like, "Well, I can't tell them. That's my best friend, and she think that's so. Who can I tell?" So I guess I understood the statement, and I think it was really good for healing. I just still think we have to be careful of
Most
how
definitely.
we say it.
Oh,
Does
I,
that
I, I,
make sense?
I totally agree. And what you said is true. Um, for me, and I can only speak for
Right.
the things that I went through, is that it was recognizing, okay, I don't know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but that gummit, there's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step. Is you have to, regardless of, I don't care how many people could have told me something. It didn't matter until the fact that I recognized.
Right.
Now,
Exactly.
here go the catcher. Just because you recognize it don't mean you want to do something with it.
That is true.
I
That is
know I got a problem,
that is true.
and
That's true. Yeah. Or
it
they're
is
in denial and don't think they got a problem.
right. I mean, then when you recognize it and you know that there's something,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the work starts. Because that's when you have to, and understand this, peeling back the layers. Do you know why you start to cry when you peel an onion back? Is because you're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to the root of it.
Yeah.
And
Oh
that,
yeah. I like that. That's a good
so so if you think you just gonna go in there, yank it back, what you a lot of times, what you end up doing is more damage. Not only to yourself, but understand you damage the people that are around you. One one that we have damaged, for me, I
one.
understood that I had damaged enough people in the beginning already
Right.
by not admitting, by acting like everything was
It's
fine.
okay.
I'm damaging people. What do they say? I'm bleeding on people that didn't even cut me.
You're bleeding on people and you're hurting other people. However, you are also hurting yourself
Yeah.
because I know that I used to cover up things by just having a good time going out. And again,
Mhm.
I was never like a partier. I go out and give me a little dance and then I do that, but I've never been out there smoking and as I still can barely get two wines down. So I've never been that.
Right.
But I like to go out and I like to have fun. But when my birthday used to come, I used to have these fabulous birthday parties, right? Everybody was there. It was just on and popping. And then I'd be on such a high. And on Monday, I would be in a deep depression.
Mhm.
People didn't know that, but I'd go home and be in a depression all day on Monday. So I was talking to a good friend. His name was John Rochelle. I'll never forget. John Rochelle is a saxophonist. He's now in a nursing home. Unfortunately, he had a very bad stroke many years ago, and so he's in a nursing home now. But anyway, I remember telling him, like, I am so depressed. Like, what's going on? I had a great time, had a great birthday. I'm blessed with all these friends. And look at all this money I got because I was in school. And every year I'd make enough money to pay for my I was an older student. I was a non-traditional student. So I was older when I was going to school. I got money for my books. But he said, because it's like being on a high and then the high is gone.
Yeah.
And so people didn't know that. People really didn't know that about me. That's why I say, you don't never know what's going on in somebody's
Right.
body and their heart and their mind and their homes. And I would come home after having that whole big old party that Saturday night or that Friday night, come home Monday, could barely get out of my bed because I was so down and low.
Right.
And that's when he told me that. He said, look, it's a little bit of fakeness, I think. You know, you're out there, you're not really as happy as the person that you portray.
Right. Right.
And
And
so
that
all of that distracts you
hmm
from what's going on.
that's
And
what it
then
does.
when Mondays and Sunday go by, then Monday come and everybody's
Right.
gone. And you're
When the
by
lights
yourself
go off.
and you're by yourself again.
Yep.
And it's like, you know,
And and here's the thing for me that I share a lot is
mm-hmm,
um that that thing what you're talking about and the things that I went through. Those were our spots. And
mm-hmm.
see, we cover our spots up
Very well.
with a lot of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we cover our spots up with going out dancing. Sometimes we cover our spots up with being the funny guy. Sometimes we cover our spots up with getting degrees and going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we cover our spots up with relationships. Sometimes we cover our spots up with jobs. Sometimes we cover our
Looking for
spots.
that fulfillment.
What? No, it's not looking for the fulfillment. It's to cover it so I ain't got to deal with it. Because what I'm doing is I'm putting all this stuff in front of it. Because I'm thinking that this stuff that I'm putting, this job, if I get more job, if I get more money, then I ain't never got to look back at this thing that I'm trying to hide from. You can't
I'm
ever.
sure some people think that. I definitely think people think that too. But I think, in addition to that, I
Yeah.
think some people are looking for fulfillment. I think for me, I look for fulfillment. I look for, I hate to say it, the little blue star at the top of my paper. Someone to say, "Good job, Trina.
Right.
I'm proud of you, Trina. You're wonderful, Trina. You're an awesome human being, Trina." I think that some people are looking for that fulfillment of just wanting to be good enough.
Right.
I said that. Go ahead.
And I will say this on that, and I agree with that.
Hmm.
But here's my worthless 2 cents on
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
When you're looking for those things to fulfill you, but you've never put a bottom to that hole, if that
Hmm.
makes any sense. See, if you've never healed that thing,
Right.
because what you're steady doing is pouring stuff into an empty
Right. That's
place,
what I'm saying. That's what
and
I'm
you're
saying.
steady. Right, yeah, and that's like what it is. You're steady pouring stuff into it, and you're steady going like, "Why ain't this enough? Well, let me go get some
Yeah,
more. Well,
you
wait a
did
minute, why?
exactly. I get
Why?
that part too. Yeah, but it's
Um,
the same thing. Is when you're saying try.
right.
I don't think it's trying to cover up as much as just trying to find that thing that's going to bring you what I always talk about. I'm semi happy now, but
Hmm.
I'm looking for joy.
Yes.
I'm looking for joy, and that's, you know, if you've had relationships that didn't work out, for whatever reason, especially if, well, I'm not going to go that deep, but if you've had relationships that well, I mean, look at them. Let me speak from the woman side of things. I can't say what y'all be up to. But what I can say is you can begin to think that you're not good enough for people. You know, if you're the one that,
Mm.
I don't know, someone let go of, or they decided not to make you their one, but
Ooh.
they got someone else that became their
Ooh.
person, you begin to think to yourself, I'm not good enough. Going out here looking for jobs every day, doing interviews, and you don't get these jobs, what's wrong with me? I am not good enough. You know, you go out here, you get your master. I got a whole master's degree. People go get doctorates. They go apply for jobs. They're not getting the jobs. So what can they think at that moment? I'm not good enough. So sometimes you internalize it, but you're just looking for this happiness and this joy, this acceptance, if you will. And like what you said at the beginning of the show, that it's the experiences that you've had
Yes.
that get you to the point of that fulfilled feeling, or that you're not good enough.
Yes.
And I
I,
find
I, I,
I think
ooh,
people more
that's
than they
deep.
will are willing to admit have that thought.
That was, and I don't know if I shared this with you. I know I shared it with my brother, Frederick Duggan, who was just on the show of the week. And
Hmm.
I called him with that Sunday morning. I was driving, and I had to call him,
Hmm.
and it was that for me. I understood something, and what you just said. I kept this thing about being good enough. About I didn't think that in my relationships, like I was good in that. I always put them there. Like, you know what? Um, they're here, but I have to do everything, because I don't deserve.
Hmm.
Let me. There it is. Deserve. I never thought that I deserved. So when I didn't think that I deserved, I would accept
Hmm.
so much. I could accept some things
Hmm.
because I don't deserve to be here. When I have sat with people, if y'all wanted to talk about me, that's fine. Because guess what? I don't even deserve to be sitting at the table with you. So if you're looking down on me, that's okay.
Wow.
Because I was I didn't feel that I deserved. But what happened to me and what is happening, and I'm not all the way there. So
Hmm.
how you be saying, how you be telling me like people
You
ain't where
gotta
you at.
grow. You gotta get there.
I'm still growing on this one. What I'm growing into is not wanting and not deserving, but being worthy. That's a whole difference. I'm worthy.
Hmm.
I don't feel ashamed to sit anywhere because guess what? I'm worthy to sit
I'm
there.
worthy. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know, I've going into to jobs or going into relationships again. It's like you take some stuff because I put myself here and others here, and I'm steady trying to deserve to be higher,
Gotcha.
or to earn it, when
Yes.
I don't have to earn it because I am there. Because if I'm here, I'm worthy to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I'm in your life, I am worthy to be in your life.
That part.
Bottom line, point blank. But that was mine. Is my
Mm-hmm.
cross.
Mm-hmm.
Is my cross to bear. Is
Mm-hmm.
is 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 carrying the cross, getting putting down that, am I? Am I? Do I deserve? I don't deserve to be treated like that. Guess what? If I'm worthy, you ain't gonna treat me like that.
You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. I gotta get my t-shirt. You gonna wear my t-shirt when I get it to say you are not gonna talk to me any kind of way. I want you gotta be two sides. You're not gonna talk to me
Right.
any kind of way.
And what we, oh Lord, thank you. God just gave me this.
Mm-hmm.
We protect our houses, we protect our cars, we protect our money, but we won't even protect ourselves.
Mm. Yeah.
We value and put value in those things. But understand something. Those things are nothing without us. We are the ones that are worthy. And we make those things, because those are just things.
Mm-hmm.
That car ain't nothing but some metal until you sit in it. Then it become a Mercedes. That house ain't nothing but a shack until you get into it, and then it's a mansion.
Yep.
We bring the
Absolutely.
worth to each and everything and each and every situation. But before we can bring it, we have to believe that we are it. I am worthy. And that's the thing that I continually tell myself now, because I get down and there's some things that go like, oh boy, I am worthy. I
Worthy.
am worthy.
And that's when I talk to the kids at the school about affirmations. Matter of fact, that little girl that I told you about last week.
Mm,
Um, good thing. Let me just give a praise report on her, um, it, but let me go to the affirmation because our time is running out. But um, we got to tell ourselves that. We tell that we go around and make everybody else feel like they are worthy, like they're these wonderful human beings. Just like I mentioned to you earlier, I know some people that's just evil, but people surround them and make them feel loved and make them feel good. But we need to start doing that to ourselves.
yes.
So when it comes to affirmations, I tell the kids at school, all my career in education, I've always taught them about affirmations. Putting the stickers on the things. Talk about I'm worthy.
Yes.
Even if you don't believe it right now, you're speaking it into existence. I'm a good person. I got a great heart. I can do this. I can do that. I am this. I am bold. You've got to be able to speak those things into you. And I have to do that to myself sometimes, to pick
Yes.
myself up. I'm in a transition.
Right.
I own up to it. But I got two praise reports now. Okay, wait. I'm excited now. I'm excited. But I love what you said, the worthy conversation. I really like that because that is so true. We really got to put all the effort that we put into everything else or into these relationships. We've got to really be putting it into us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we are worthy, man. We are
Yes.
so worthy.
Yes.
And we are good and we are enough. We are
Right.
good enough.
Good.
I can't help because you think I ain't. I mean, but so let me say this as our time is run out. So the little young lady last week, y'all, I had a young lady at the school I work at. I'm a wraparound specialist, so I provide non-instructional needs to students who are in need, such as housing, food, that kind of stuff. But anyway, little girl that I love to death, just love her so much. She's just the sweetest little thing, and she comes every day. I see her. Hey, Miss Laurie. Hey, Miss Laurie. Miss Laurie, I had an earache. Was that about a month ago, Donnie?
Mm-hmm.
She asked me last week how was my ear doing. I had to say, she remembered my ear was hurting. She was asking me how I was doing. Like that's what's on this baby's mind. Well, I found out last week in a conversation with her. I was talking to her about hygiene, how to keep
Right.
yourself clean, blah 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 blah. And first of all, she accepted it from me. without being offended or anything
Right.
like that. I gave her cleaning things or whatever. Then, as we're talking, I find out that she is sleeping on the floor. Her entire family is sleeping on the floor. And it choked me up. Then I called and choked up Donnie. But anyway, it showed he did a whole video fussing about people not helping. But
I
anyway,
did.
the praise report is one, I had found an organization who builds beds. And he texted me over because I was like, I guess he's not gonna call me back because I texted him and said, hey, what he said was you have to go in and do the application. And this is for anybody, guys. It is called Sleep in Heavenly Peace, is the organization. And they build beds for people who are sleeping on the floor, that kind of stuff. Anyway, someone gave me the information, so I called. And he says, oh, we are closed. It's going to go on the application, turn in the application. It's going to say that it's closed and we're not giving any more beds this month, but fill it out anyway. And then text me your name and number and with the person's name, number, whatever, so I can go pull them. That was on Thursday because we were off Friday. So on Saturday, on a weekend of a holiday, he texted me, I got it. We're getting their beds made.
Mm.
So I was really happy, right? Because we've had some discussion about some disappointments of
Right.
people who say they do this and they really, I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, but today I called mom because I need to make sure mom is okay with getting them. I need to actually have some real life conversation with mom about the babies,
Right.
which is so uncomfortable, but I think she just needs mentoring, parenting skills. She's a single mother of 4 doing the best she can,
Right.
you know. Uh, but anyway, when I called her today and told her about the bed, she was like excited. But what she said was, I already got beds. And they were living in a 2-bedroom. So she was sleeping on the floor in the living room. The kids were sleeping 2 to a room in their bedrooms.
Right.
Because we're moving again, though. I'm like, oh my God, why are you moving again? Because they just moved. She says, no, 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 no. When I first moved, all they had were 2 bedrooms. They called and said they have a 3-bedroom at a price
Mm.
that I can afford.
Won't he do it?
2, she has beds. She just has to put them together. So when they move into the new place, she wanted to wait. When she found out they were going to move, she didn't want to put them together. But someone, she got beds. Then I asked her about the clothes. Now, this has nothing to do with, so this is a sidebar. Y'all don't pay me. I think maybe she has gotten her income tax, which is a blessing because
Yeah.
she probably got enough to where she could do these things, right?
Right.
And the good thing about it is she was honest and told me because she could have took my stuff.
Right.
You know, I told her about I have a group that wanted to adopt the kids and wanted to buy them clothes stuff. She and me said, oh, I was able to buy them underwear. I was able to get this, that, and the other. She was honest and open. I said, okay, so that's cool. I said, well, let me let you know if you need anything else, let me know because I'm here for you. I said, I love your little baby. Because she has 2, your little
Right.
babies. So anyway, praise report because that family,
Amen.
something happened. And again, I know people are saying, well, what the income tax got to do? It got a lot to do because that has been a blessing for many people.
Yes.
You have,
Yes.
it's been, so for her, it has been a wonderful blessing that she's able now to move into this other, because I'm sure she had to pay a transfer fee. She got to
Right.
move again. She's able to buy this furniture because they didn't even have a couch. They had nothing. They're able to get furniture. So yes, I'm happy. I'm grinning. Now I do
That's
still
it.
feel those people that say they out here taking up these donations and giving them to people. I
Right.
still think we need to have that discussion one day. The second praise report is it is what's this month? April.
April.
You remember my goal for the year, one of my goals for the year about not saying I'm not holier than thou when I try to
Mm-hmm.
talk about my situation.
Right.
I ain't said it. I ain't said it. And we halfway through the year. No, June would be halfway. But I ain't
Yeah.
saying it. I just
Amen.
speak my truth and I don't say it, but I'm not holier than them.
Right. Right.
I'm very, very happy about that.
That
It
is.
feels
That is.
good not
That,
to not to feel like I have to say that. It feels
right.
so good. So I
That
know
is.
it's
That
not
is.
feeling to some people, but for me, that's a really big deal not to have to make an excuse about my journey. So
Amen. Amen.
we
That
gonna
is.
wind down and what you give your last words, and I'm gonna
Yeah. I'm
shut
gonna
my
shut up,
shut
but
my
I'm gonna get the last words, and I'm gonna say this. I thank you for sharing that about that family, and I did. I'm gonna tell y'all it when she called me and told me about the little girl. It it did something to me And the reason is because we miss these children are our future. We get so caught up in us and we get so caught up in judging what mama doing and what mama ain't doing. And here these children, these innocent children that are out here struggling, some of them hungry, but we want to look and we want to look down. We are all God's children. We are all, ain't now one of us so dadgum clean and perfect that we
Mhm.
ain't never done nothing. And it aggravates me to no end when we start, I'm sorry,
You good?
when we start looking down on folks and start wanting to what we want to do is we want to get our little camera when we do something for somebody and take a selfie, and I want everybody to see that I done gave this person something over here. Let me tell you something. The man upstairs, my daddy said, if that's what you looking for, if that's what you looking for, if you looking for praise down here, that's where you gonna get it at. See, we don't have to showboat about what we did for somebody and come over here, let me take a picture. Why? No.
Yes.
And we have so let me tell you, that was one child. That was only one child. Do you
Mm.
know how many other children are going through? Do you know how many other children that you may see running around? Like I said, you ain't got to, if you see a family that may be going through something, you ain't got to do nothing but take a care package. You could take a care package and set it on their door. You ain't got to look for nothing.
Yep.
You
That
could
part.
take some clothes or whatever and just leave it on the door. Because, yes, I do understand. Yes, sometimes parents are prideful and they don't know how to ask for help and they won't ask for help for the same reason because somebody gonna do the same thing what they did to old country boy, what they've done to my co-host. What they gonna do is they're gonna bring it up. You remember when I did this for you?
Yep.
Remember when I did this? Remember when
Mm-hmm.
I did this? So many people don't want to say nothing. They sit around and hurt and go through and struggle because somebody gonna tell everybody about what's going on in their house.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, do I take it personal? I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe that we all in this thing together? Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy said, "What you do unto the least of them, you do unto me."
Yep.
How you treat them, that's how you treating him.
Mm.
When you looking down your nose at them because you riding around and they having to walk, he walked up Calvary. See, I'm sorry.
You good. And I gotta add one more thing. So in my department, this is before. Well, I don't want to say all that because y'all know where I work. But there's some things going on where I work, and when people say things like my principal, for instance, I've shared this with you, will say things like, "You can't have a clothing drive. You can't have a food drive because it's the perception. I want to have a certain perception of the school." And I got these babies over here. I gotta sneak out and go to the food banks to try to bring food back for people who have asked for food. You know what I mean? You're worried about the perception. And in my mind, the perception of the school makes it wonderful knowing that we're out here helping people. That's my thought. But we got hungry people, hungry kids. We have kids who are sleeping on the floor. Matter of fact, I said it today in a meeting, and what got me, and I mean, this just me, I don't know, maybe I'm being overly sensitive. No one in that room looked like we looked. No one said, "Wow, do they need anything?" They needed. No one said. They went on to the next topic, and it just told me, like, for real, this is this is it. So my boss tells me all the time to work. You have to work around people. I don't really think it's fair. I got to work around anybody to feed somebody or to clothe somebody or help somebody find shelter. I don't feel I have to work around, but I do because it's my job. But to hear people say, "Oh, we don't need y'all. We don't need y'all." Yeah, you do. People need our help. They need the resources that we bring to these kids. These kids are being left behind. I have a child that has missed 31 days of school. People would just say, "Oh, their mama ain't sending them to school." That may not be it. Mama may not have transportation because you can't get a bus to bring them to school because they live within 2 mile radius.
Right.
But when they come that 2 mile radius, guess what they got to do? They got to cross a big old intersection, 2 big giant intersections, and cross over a railroad track. So we can't get people. We can't get. I mean, I went out and took video and took pictures to figure out what I could do next to try to get these kids away to school. Right. Yes, some of the parents can definitely walk them. I ain't taking up for them, but they can walk them to school. But like one young mom said to me, she said, "Yeah, I can walk them to school, but the intersection is so busy. I have little kids. They can dart out. They can let go of my hand. And that is the truth, So anyway, I just want to make the point that there's people saying that they don't need people that are in this particular position, or they don't need people to help the schools. And because of the perception that we want to keep of the school, we can't have a clothing drive to help people. We can't have a canned good drive to help people. Really? That's how we thinking? Really?
Just because you have today. Let me say this. I'm going to say this.
Say it.
Look at here. Just because you up today. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow might be your day.
And it's a hard riding
today. Just because you riding today. Oh, tomorrow might be yours. Let me tell you, that thing turns quick. Let me tell you, my daddy said he reigns on the just as well as the unjust.
And them alphabets behind your name don't mean nothing when it comes to
same things that make you laugh will make you cry.
There you go. Say it again. Yep.
I'm telling you. You may be up today, but tomorrow could be yours.
Amen.
See, you got to remember how you treat people.
Because you're going to see them, what they say, you're going to see them same people going down.
My mama used to say, it's coming up again. It's coming up again. Yeah. It's coming up. I'm sorry. Look, like, you got me low. You now look, it's been about 3 weeks since I done cried. See, now you done.
Well, I did when she left out my office. I had this, and you're making me miss my news again tonight. But anyway, but no, the little girl when she left out of my office, I had to sit. I think that's when I don't know if I texted you or called you. I had to tell you her story. Yeah. And she left. But when I went to lunch duty that day, same day, I like fuzzy socks. So there were some fuzzy socks in my little closet because the principal won't let me keep clothes. I can have new uniforms and I have some new jackets, but I can't keep other stuff in there. But anyway, I just happen to have some fuzzy socks that someone donated during Christmas. And I'm gonna take these to her. So I took them to her at lunch, and I had given her a cardigan that had pockets. So I folded them up real good and put it in her pocket because I was hoping nobody else was gonna see me, so they wouldn't say why she get it. And I said, "Hey, Miss Lowry, Miss Lowry loves fuzzy socks. They keep my feet warm at night, and I'm giving these to you." And she stopped and looked at me and said, "You're like a mama." And I was thinking in my head, but I am a mama. But no, I said, "Because you're like a mama." And I was like, "What you mean?" She said, "You care about me and like you talk to me." And I was like, wow. Like that's all kids need sometimes. And I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. And they on this, I know we got to go. But this baby here, they always talking about, she needs to be tested for this and tested for that. She don't talk. That baby there will hold a whole full-blown conversation with me. How you doing? And then just to be able to say things like, she's polite. "Hi, Miss Lowry, how are you doing today? How's your ear doing?" I'm glad to hear that. And I'm not exaggerating. So I'm looking at her like they're missing it. They missing something. Now, she might be on like a spectrum, but I think she may be on one of those things where she could transition into. But I think at home, she might be told, it could be that she's told to shut up sometimes. And she's told me before, like, "Did you get your mama this?" Or she told me to get out the room. So I'm sure that has made her not talk.
Right.
I had a baby now. We have a whole full. That's how I found out she defied about the floor. We have a whole. She talks to me like she is a fully grown. She's fourth grade. She talks to me like she's a full grown high schooler. Like we have a conversation. So I don't know, but I just love her to death. And people always have a teacher they remember, and I'm not doing it for her to remember me, but I do hope that the conversation that we're having about the hygiene and all that kind of stuff that I'm trying to help instill in her, I do hope she remembers that positive part of her
Yes.
high school life, because kids are cruel.
Yeah.
And a lot of us remember that when kids bullied us, this and me, they told me I was so skinny I could hula with Cheerio, like all that stuff. So don't be laughing. So if she's having some negative moments, I hope she remembers the positive moments of like our conversations and
Right.
that kind of thing, And I'm not doing it for me for that glory, but it's just I do hope she keeps me and remembers me like I know that I'll remember her for the rest of my life. So, but anyway, we need to
Yeah, we're
roll
gonna wrap
on
it up.
down because
We,
it's a good conversation.
it was. It was. If it's my turn, I would just say this. As we wrap up, first and foremost, we thank you. We thank y'all for tuning in. We so thank you for your support. We thank you for your comments. As I always tell y'all, I'm really bad about reading the comments. That's the little diva job over there. She got to be on the reading thing. Cause old country boy here, I told y'all I can't be focusing on more than one thing at a time.
Thank you, Minister Larry Scott. Thank you, Matthew Rogers. Thank you, Angie B. Thank you, Aaliyah. I hope I'm saying it right. Aaliyah Clark, and of course, one of our regular listeners, Bernice Hicks, and Angie B. Of course, and I guess I can read this out loud. It says, "I would love to have you guys on my live radio talk show, the legendary KYOK radio station."
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I would love to. I'd be honored. I was on that radio station one time with what is his name? Don Sam. I had a festival and he let me come on and advertise my festival. But yes, we would love to. Tell us the date and time. We gonna be there.
Nobody ever let me on no radio.
Oh, whatever.
Wait a minute. Hey,
we gotta go over there to that radio station so we can go across the street to the turkey leg and get us a turkey leg.
I know it's just some food. I'm going to get some food.
Thank y'all for listening on my behalf. So I'm gonna go and give it back to I meant to read them once we stop, but take it away.
No, thank y'all so very much. We greatly appreciate it. I know we got a little bit late start, and that's okay. But we're here. We appreciate y'all hanging in here with us. So very much. It has been I thank you, Lil Diva. I thank you for everything that you do. I thank you for being my mentor. I thank you for being my friend. I greatly appreciate you. I want to tell y'all this.
You sure? I'm sorry. Hold on. Stop the presses. Do not pass go. We don't get $200. I am so sorry, Minister Larry Scott. KYOK. I know KYOK too. Not KCOH. I said I was thinking about KCOH. That's what a turkey leg cut is.
Well,
ignore it. Try to my head, not to my heart. The legendary KCOH. You're so right. I mean KYOK. I'm sorry. I was on KYOK too. We advertised the festival on KYOK.
Hey, Mr. Larry, we coming.
Wherever you at. But no,
wherever you at, we coming. I'm coming.
No,
I bring my own turkey.
I know them both. I've been on them both. So
I bring my own turkey.
No shade, no tea, no shade.
I got my own plate. I ain't got.
I'm sure some food over there by KYOK.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get to the close. Minister Larry, I think them sausage you was cooking. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, this is the sausage, man.
That's the sausage. Look here. I think them.
We gotta come get some sausage. we gotta be invited to the sausage. We gotta be invited. Yeah.
Woo, Lord. Anyway,
I'm gonna go off my diet that day. And in my refrigerator, I seriously I was mad. I bought a 3-meat dinner from Hungry Farmer, and I'm mad because usually they give me enough links because I like links.
Yeah.
Child, they gave me 3 slices of links. Now where are we going with that?
Yes. I did. Yes, sir. Yeah, I sure did. That was me.
Yes, with Tiffany Rachel, right?
Yeah, it was me,
My
and
girl.
I thank you so much. Um, but
Okay, I
as
guess
we
we should
get ready to
close.
close this thing here, I will say this to each and every one of y'all: if God has given you a vision, if He's put something inside of you, don't worry about what folks tell you that you can't. You know, you're too this, you're too that. If God has given you a vision, that is your vision. If He's given you the vision, trust me, He has provided the provision for that vision. So you just keep on pushing and you keep on believing. And know this, that we believe in you. We believe in you and we support your vision 100%. Old country boy and little diva. And you know how I'm going to end this thing. Look here. If you woke up this morning and you open them old eyeballs and you ain't heard it, and you rolled out through the day. You went and got you some old lunch. Maybe you went over there and got some old sausage, and you was eating some of them good old sausage, or you was eating some of them good old fruits, and you ain't heard it. Well, look here. It is the nighttime hour. It is the nighttime hour. So you're about to hear it from the Louisiana country boy and the little diva. You know what? We love you, and we love you unconditionally, and
And it
there
ain't
ain't
nothing
nothing
you
you
can do
can
about
do about it.
it.
Y'all
Now,
have a good one.
let me just tell y'all something. Y'all done made me miss my news tonight. So I really love y'all because I missed the news. I can't tell you what's going on this week, but no, I'm just joking. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you so much for all your wonderful support. Continue to watch us every single Monday at 8 o'clock.
Hi, hi, and then go catch the little diva on chat with Trina on
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, she be doing her thing. Y'all ain't got to worry about catching me. You catch me if you catch me. If you don't, I'll be there. Bye.
Bye.